guys, so I know I've talked a lot about Undertale lately, and I think about now is the time that I should be changing the subject. Even though I still just consistently want to talk about this game. But for now, just to kind of ease you guys, I am not going to be talking about Undertale in this video. I promise. Actually, speaking of, I had to do it. I feel like you guys started freaking out like, no, get off the topic of Undertale. I'd like to think you guys did. I shouldn't laugh at my own jokes. But anyway, going back to Undertale, just for a second, I wanted to talk about in my last video, that little bit of the Undyne the Undying battle that I had. I actually ended up taking it from another video. I'm gonna link the video on this one and my previous one. I just took those few seconds of that battle from that because I never recorded myself playing Undyne the Undying. The only time I ever recorded myself playing Undertale was with Sans in that video that I posted before my previous one. So yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys knew where I got that. I mean, I just took a few seconds from it, which technically I guess can't be stealing because, I mean, what's the difference of taking those few seconds for a little bit of my video as opposed to making a GIF out of it, right? I'd like to hope that this is going to be okay. Anyway, like I promised, we are moving on from Undertale for this video because actually my next video I've got planned, I'm actually going to kind of bounce back, but it's got Undertale in it, but it's not just centered on Undertale. I need to, I need to move on. I just can't. The genocide route killed me. I'm calm now. But anyway, the game that I wanted to talk about in this video was Kingdom Hearts. I've mentioned before that I'm a gamer, and generally I haven't really said much to make myself seem like I'm a proper gamer or anything. Not that I really feel like I need to prove that I'm a proper gamer, that I'm a gamer at heart or anything like that. It's just like, I can't just talk about one game and consider myself a gamer. So, in order to prove to myself that I'm still a proper gamer and not just sucked into the Undertale world and all that, I'm going to talk about one of my other favorite games, the game that has been part of my life since 2001, Kingdom Hearts. Now, in quite a few videos back, and I mean, when I say quite a few, I mean that, because I don't even know which video it was, but I had gotten really excited because I had gone out and bought Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 for my PS3. My PS3 is sitting up on this shelf, by the way. That's why I did that. I'm so sorry. So, my brother and I have kind of been bouncing back and forth, playing that game, like, on our own time, and also watching each other play it. My brother likes to play the game 100% on critical mode, so he can unlock special endings and things like that, which is something I don't have the patience for. Like I said in my previous video, long boss battles just drive me insane. So, critical boss battles take a very long time, so I try to avoid it. In all honesty, I mainly play Kingdom Hearts for the storyline because the storyline is really deep and it makes me get attached to the characters. Like, I hate it when my characters die. Like, I just passed the part where Axel died. Oh yeah, spoiler, Axel dies. If you guys clicked on this video knowing it was going to be about Kingdom Hearts, you should know about Kingdom Hearts. I mean, you should know that every organization member dies and everything. This hurts to talk about. Anyway, I'm sorry, my ADHD is acting up pretty bad today, and I feel like the lighting just changed because the sun just went behind a cloud. ADHD, my god! Okay, back on topic. I can't focus. Come on, I need to, I've not done anything today, and I slept too much, and I think that's why my ADHD is acting up so much. Okay, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I going to say? I need a minute. Okay, I remember. Okay, this was supposed to be the main topic of the whole video. Just a little while ago, I had gotten through this part of Kingdom Hearts 2 that is probably my favorite sequence in the entire game, okay? And that sequence is what I call the Great Maw. Now, if you guys have played the game before, you guys know that the Great Maw is the title of a room in Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts 2. But for those of you who don't know, and even those of you who might even know that the Great Maw is just a room in Hollow Bastion, it's also the room where you battle 1,000 enemies. And for those of you who don't know, the enemies in this game are called Heartless, so if you guys hear me say that, that's why, like, the Heartless are the enemies, so I have to battle 1,000 Heartless. I made sure to say enemies that time, just in case somebody didn't know what the enemies in Kingdom Hearts were called, and I called them Heartless, and they're gonna be like, what the heck does this mean? And ADHD. Anyway, this is literally my favorite sequence in the entire game. Why? I wish I really knew, but it's definitely a really satisfying sequence in the game. Because you have 1,000 Heartless surrounding you, and it's pretty intimidating, in all honesty, because it's an army. Like, all these Heartless have, like, this heavy armor on them, and, like they stand as tall as the protagonist, Sora, and everything, and I mean, it's pretty intimidating to be surrounded by so many of them. That, and there's even these little flying guys that shoot lasers at you, and if you don't move soon enough, they start hitting you, and it just gets really annoying, and that's actually what happened last time. For some reason, the laser guys just kept shooting me, and I couldn't avoid it for some reason. I don't know why. I've done the Great Maw 50 bajillion times before, and this time is the time that I screwed up so bad. Anyway, there's that. The satisfaction of the fact that you just took out 1,000 Heartless whenever you're done. It's like a really amazing feeling. Like, you kind of start to make yourself realize at how powerful Sora is and everything. I mean, he is the Keyblade bearer, so he's going to be very powerful. But in this sequence, I feel like it really shines through. That's just my opinion, though. But also another thing that's really satisfying about this sequence is all the reaction commands. And a lot of you guys probably know, but one of my favorite things to do during the Great Maw is grab the laser guys and have them shoot in the circle so that way it takes out all the enemies around you. It is so satisfying. And then the rising sun or rising star or whatever it's called reaction command, you actually come up and you swoop down and you take out like 5 enemies each time. It's like, what? It's like so amazing. I get really giddy thinking about it because I don't know, I feel like it's like empowering almost. Like I mentioned in my last video about becoming immersed in games and how I feel like those characters. Well, during this Great Maw, it's like so immersive with the music and then the cutscene beforehand and all of the reaction commands. It really makes you kind of feel like the momentum of the character, of what he's doing and everything, and it really puts you in it. I mean, it just kind of like really hypes you up because of how powerful the main character. My phone just made a noise and it really distracted me. It makes you realize, it makes you really start to realize how powerful Sora is, and if you're really immersed in it, it makes you really feel empowered in a similar way almost. Like, it really hypes me up and makes me really excited to be doing it. It's one of the most fun sequences in the entire game to me. And I remember one time I was actually playing the game, and the moment that I had the opportunity to go back to Hollow Bastion and do the Great Maw, I did. And boy, was it a mistake. Because I completely forgot that before you do the Great Maw, you have to battle Demyx, and then you also have to go through like 5 stages of Heartless alone, but with like one Final Fantasy character fighting with you. What is it? Yeah, it's Tifa, Yuffie, Leon, and Cloud. Sorry, 4 sections of Heartless. My bad. My bad. I mean, that is still fun, but whenever I went, like right when I was able to, I was by no means at a level that I was able to beat Demyx or even beat the Heartless. Because like I would like beat Demyx and be like so satisfied, and then I would move on, and then the Heartless would kill me, and then I'd have to fight Demyx again. Oh, so frustrating. The rage that I have during games sometimes can be really bad, but Kingdom Hearts has never pushed me to a limit that bad. Well, actually, no. I guess I can't say that, because playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5, battling the Fantasia Monster posed a lot of problems for me. When I say the Fantasia Monster, I really hope you guys know what I'm talking about, because I don't know what it's actually called. I really should. I mean, I'm a huge fanatic of Kingdom Hearts, so I should know what it's called, but I don't. It's the gargoyle thing. He sits in a volcano, and he, like, has his arms crossed like this, and like the volcano will like erupt around him and it would be one of his attacks and things like that. That was such an annoying battle because like it takes place in the air, like you're gliding like you're in Neverland, and it's like the beginning of the battle isn't exactly that bad because the attacks are dodgeable. But then you get later in the battle, which, I mean, I understand battles are supposed to get harder as you go on, but at this point, you have his normal routine of attacks along with consistent projectiles coming at you. That, like, unless you have, like, a shield on, you can't dodge them. And I'm sorry, I am not going to put up a shield and be a complete, I was going to say a really dirty word, and I really feel dirty just even thinking about saying it. And feeling like a wimp about putting up a shield and everything. I don't do that in games, okay? Unless the game calls for a shield, like if it's given to you for a reason and like you don't really have to worry about it other than it like regenerating or something like that, that's fine. But if it's like a magical ability like it is in Kingdom Hearts, I'm talking about Arrow, by the way. Arrow is like a shield kind of thing. And if it's something like that, I don't use it. I'm sorry. I don't feel the need to use it. I don't even have a reason to go into my magic list and try to even reach it in time. So you know what? No, I don't mess with that stuff. But seriously, it shouldn't be a priority in any battle, okay? It's ridiculous. I'm by no means a game developer. I guess I'm just a game critic. I'm sorry. See, but though that battle and the Ursula battle did the same thing. I absolutely hate the Ursula battle in the first one because it is impossible to do anything in Atlantica. The physics in this game were not built for underwater. I'm sorry, Square Enix, but I couldn't do anything in that world, and I hate the fact that it's like that, and I just wish that it wasn't a thing in Kingdom Hearts. I'm just hoping that in Kingdom Hearts 3, if they're going to do another Atlantica world, it had better be pretty similar to the second one, because granted it was just little musical mini games, but it was a lot less frustrating than the first one. The first one may have had battles and things like that, but the battles were completely impossible because the physics underwater didn't work for the game. At least in my opinion. I should really stop stating my opinions on the internet, so I'm going to call this quits here before I get way too ahead of myself. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to check out my last one, or subscribe to tell me when I make a new one, click the annotations on the screen. For you mobile users, the links will be in the description below, as will any other links to any other social media for you to become a proper stalker. You can click those links now because this video's over. Bye guys! I feel like I was being really loud through that outro. I'm really sorry, guys. But I always tell people, I don't yell, I just have a voice that travels.